Wow, why did my camera freeze for like a split second? That was weird. Hello, Natalie. Oh, it's still a bit loud. Imagine VTubers. Imagine VTubers. Oh my god. I am honestly completely done. I'm not done with VTubers. It's just, there's so much happening. Like, can you all just chill for like 5 seconds? Holy shit. Oh yeah, I was going to go and tweet that I'm live. Got this entire thing. Hello, music? I swear to God. I swear to God. Swear to God. Yeah. For those that were there when I did the original stream about Jonathan, this is gonna be a bit similar. I think that works the best. Okay. Everything went downhill when Kazuna I went on a indefinite hiatus. That's when we ended up with the bad timeline. Honestly, half of this is just a bad timeline in general. Is it? Okay, I need. Okay, fucking hell. Stream elements, dogs, activity feed. Give me the activity feed. Where is it? It's here, but it's just what? I almost couldn't go live just now because my OBS is fucking with me. I'll just keep that up. I was still in the profile to stream on YouTube, and then I switched back to the Twitch one. But when I pressed live, it wanted still to go to YouTube, even though when I went into settings, it didn't say YouTube, so it didn't make sense. So I quit OBS in the right profile, restarted it, and then it worked. I was like, I have so much trouble going live, like pressing that go live button. And then when I do find the time, the energy, and the mental mindset to do it, Twitch, well, not even Twitch, OBS. It was like, yeah, no, fuck that. Like, what? Why? That makes no sense. OBS has a mind of its own sometimes, honestly. How are you doing, Natalie? How's life? I want to like chill a little bit before diving into it because there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to touch. I'm gonna record it for YouTube, so it's gonna be fun. Like the Jonathan video really did well. And then I made a video about Nijisanji copyright striking people. That video didn't do well. Like the watch time was also shit. So I was like, okay, maybe I should just record it on stream because then my energy's better. Pretty good, still working on the thing. Ooh, oh yeah, I forgot to get back to you. I'm so sorry. I'm okay. Sort of. I'm very tired. And yeah, hello Blue Despair. Welcome in, welcome in. Ooh, that's a very cute Centrea emote. That, like, honestly, that's like one adorable emote. That's amazing. Yeah, we're like, I'm drinking my tea a little bit, and then we're diving into it. I've got like, I am not kidding when I say I have like 20 tabs open, just for stuff that I want to talk about. Like, look at those tabs. just want to go over him. So Treya was the first VTuber you watched. Oh, that's cool, actually. I don't even remember who the first VTuber was that I actually watched. But I do know that the first one I started actively following was Mouse. So we're free shoujo gang on that one. That's great. Also, can you imagine? Usually my starting soon screen wouldn't even be done by now. And here I am already chilling. Yay, great. I should probably stop doing those long starting soon screens. But I pressed go live and then I remembered like 20 things that I forgot to do. So I do them all like speed running. And then I am like out of breath when I come here. And I decide like, nah, I'm just chilling today. So I'm just gonna try and keep this a little bit low energy. Yeah. Because that's apparently something I'm better at. First one I technically watched was Kasuna Ai, only because my friend would constantly send me clips and videos of her back in the day. Oh, that makes sense. I saw the Nichi-Sanshi drama and I don't know how to feel. I'm a fan of her, but I understand why it had to be done. Yeah, there's like a lot we can touch upon. And... like, to be upfront, this is not gonna be like, oh, Zaion LanZa is a bad person. This is not what I'm going to try and go at. It's just gonna be like, yo, this happened. I've got thoughts about it, you know? Do I have my hand cream here? I don't. Fuck. What is there still some in here? I'm kind of mixed myself. Yeah, there's something to be said for a lot of parties. And also, I think a lot of this could have been prevented. But for those that are a fan of Zaion, their previous live account is like hinting at a re-debut. So it's not like she's gonna be gone. But I'm not gonna tell what the account is, but you can easily find it. Yeah, she's being very active again. Which is ironic because that activity is part of why she got dominated. So man, this music is too upbeat for me. I am not liking it. I need something a bit more chill. Man. What is some copyright-free lo-fi? I don't have enough energy for this. Okay, copyright-free lo-fi. Free lo-fi. No copyright lo-fi. Hello, who's getting fired? What's happening here? Am I? No, you're not getting fired. Are you an agency VTuber? No, it's fine, it's fine. Is this 2? Man, I don't know if this is it either. I love how those sunglasses are just the wrong way to begin with. Okay, no, this is not it either. Lo-fi cover songs? No copyright lo-fi? Oh, I don't fucking believe that. I don't believe any of this, honestly, if I'm being very honest. So where am I? I didn't... Oh, where am I? I just thought you said am I, as in am I being terminated? No, it's fine. Honestly. Why is this so hard? Okay, Twitch soundtrack, where are you? Oh, fucking hell. I'm usually paranoid about being fired. So it's an easy mistake to make. Freudian slip, Katie's getting fired? No? I love how those sunglasses are not even remotely on the right face. Is this good? This is too relaxed. I don't. Can I get an in between? You know? Okay, this is a lot better. Yeah, perfect. Oh, the Argus Lo-Fi Cafe? So this person uploads their own stuff. Why is someone else uploading it? What the fuck? The offset adds character? Okay, I guess. Okay. This should be fine, right? Can you even hear the music at this point? I don't even think you can. I comment on your free shoujo fits. Good stuff. Oh, thank you. Oh, are you the Oh, now I was like, your name seems familiar. Barely. God damn it. Okay, well. Let me press recording so I can actually like make a YouTube video out of it later. I don't even have time to edit it, but it's fine. Obviously, this is weird. Because why should things work in first instance? That's also not... Wait, just move this over. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just blue on YouTube. Yeah, I was like, I recognize your thing from somewhere. Ew. I'm just... I don't stream so often, but for some reason OBS is not letting me fix this. Ah, damn it. Okay, well, let me restart the recording because this is just yeah. How do I start this video? God damn it. I'm gonna start this. I don't even fucking know. I am making this video to address like a gigantic VTuber-shaped elephant in the room, and I'm talking about the graduation / termination of VTuber from Nichi-Sanchi's Wave 7, Zaion LanZa. If you were watching my channel, you're probably a VTuber stan. You've probably heard of it. Wait, okay. I can do that more precise. Okay, well, I'm sorry guys. You'll have to deal with it. I'm no good at intros. I wanted to address a VTuber-shaped elephant in the room, and that's the graduation / termination of Nichi-Sanchi's Wave 7 Zaion LanZa. She's part of Wave 7, like I said. Wait, no. Okay, wait. I'm so bad at this. Okay, please. I will find my rhythm, okay? And that's a termination of Nichi-Sanchi's... Well... And that's the termination of Nichi-Sanchi's EN Zaion LanZa. If you're a VTuber fan, you follow my content, you probably have heard of it, but I wanted to just take a look at everything that's been happening, all the rumors that has been speculating. God damn it. I promise, guys, I will get into the video real quick. Wait, no, I will just... Okay, give me one second, okay? Give me 1 second. I am terrible at this. Once I've got that stupid intro out of the way, I will just flow into the rhythm and it will be fine. But intros are not my thing. For a long time, I recorded intros after I recorded the rest of the video, like, offline. Huh. Fuck me. Let's try that again. I don't really make videos like this, but I wanted to address a VTuber-shaped elephant in the room, and And that's the graduation/termination of Nichi-Sanji and Zaion LanZa. And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because A, people have been asking me about it. B, I've just seen everything happening start to end. And people that I know are... And it's just a lot. And I have thoughts, okay? So I just wanted to go over it and share everything. And in no way, shape, or form, this video is going to be Zaion LanZa as a bad person, or I'm going to defend Zaion LanZa as a person. It's just going to be like, hey, this happened, and I want to share my thoughts about it. Hi, Madame, welcome in. So Zaion LanZa is part of Wave 7 of Nichi-Sanji, and they debuted like at the 10th of December. So Zaion LanZa is part of Wave 7 of Nichi-Sanji, and they debuted at the start of December, so that's not even that long ago. God damn it. When was it? But like 2 months later, she was already suspended from all of her activities for an indefinite amount of time. And... Can I... What the fuck? No. Reasons for that are that she made remarks showing no intention... Okay, wait. The reason for her suspension is that management had to warn her several times about compliance and contracts. And just everything like, hey, you are a professional lifer right now, but you are not compliant. Jesus Christ, how hard is this? Okay. Let me try that again. But about 2 months later, she was already suspended from all of her activities with Nichi-Sanji. With a few reasons given, like remarks of showing no intent to improve from previous issues and false statement during streams, like she was already warned by management. Discrepancies between information given to management by Zaion LanZa and her acts, basically she was lying about stuff or withholding information. Insensitive jokes that cannot be tolerated as a Nichi-Sanji lifer. We'll get into that in a second. And now, a month after that, Nichi-Sanji announced that they are Now, a month later, Nichi-Sanji announced that they are terminating her contract. Like, she is just fired. Something that I immediately found interesting is that in this entire list of things, they kept talking about the termination of contract. Which is different from Yugo's graduation, who graduated like around the same time as Wave 7 debuted, which wasn't a termination of contract, it was a graduation. Like what you usually see with VTubers when they stop their activities under that alias, identity, etc. Let's see. Christ, OBS. So right now, so this is the entire notice that Nichi-Sanji gave basically about the entire thing. So this is the entire list of reasons why Zaion was terminated. We go over them one by one, but I just wanted you to look at the, like, it's just a long list. And this is the entire list of reasons that Nichi-Sanji has given for her termination. And before we go into all the details, it's quite a list. Man, I'm so nervous today. I was such in a good mood, but it's fine. Did I? No, it doesn't let me do that. Oh my god, my camera is so small. Let me make that a little bigger. It's fine. Yeah, deep breath, deep breath. Okay, let me do it. So before diving into any thoughts about this, let's just look at the entire list that Nichi-Sanji has given for the reasons for her termination, which, as you can see, is quite a long list. So let's just start at the beginning. The actions performed at Zaion... Wait. We are sorry to announce the termination of our contract hereinafter. We are sorry to announce the termination of our contract with Nichi Sanchi's lifer Zaion LanZa, effective of March 10th. Again, there's no mention of a graduation, it's just a termination of contract. Basically, she got fired. Since her debut in December 2022, Zaion LanZa has repeatedly infringed upon the contract and the rules lifers must comply to during her stream activities. In order for Zaion to reflect on her actions, we suspended her stream activities in January 2022 and all of her activities in February 2023. Oh, wait. I misread it. In order for Zaion to reflect on her actions, we suspended her streaming activities in January 2023 and all of her activities in all of her activities in February 2023. During the suspension, we had several discussions with her, including training about compliance. However, her behavior and understanding of the rules did not improve. Therefore, we have concluded that it is difficult to continue working with Zaion as a Nichi Sanji E-Hand lifer, and unfortunately, we had to make the decision to terminate her contract. The actions performed by Zaion that led us to this decision are listed as follows. Using a copyrighted song in her stream without prior authorization, which, okay, that's just something that can happen, and other livers have done that. But apparently it was enough reason to also list this on this list. Revealing internal information that can potentially cause issues with stakeholders during her stream. This is a lot more serious. Like, revealing internal information that shouldn't be public, that while the company already has issues with the stock market, like their stocks are dropping. I can show you in a bit. Which not only is an issue for Nichi Sanji as a company, but also puts everyone else's jobs at risk. And with like almost 200 livers in the entirety of Nichi Sanji, that's a lot of risk that one person is creating. Making statements that could lead to speculation or a leaking of internal information using social media accounts that she personally operates during her activities suspension. Which it basically just means she used her personal... Which basically just means that she used her personal social media accounts, probably the ones that she used prior to being Zaion LanZa in her previous identity, giving off information that already like led to speculation. Oh, she's gonna be graduated, she's gonna be terminated, she's be fired, she's not coming back. And like without explicitly saying so. Which obviously is a problem, because that is getting into the way of how the management of the organization wants things to do. Offensive remarks regarding discrimination and sexual assault, which is pretty bad. I've not seen any clips about the offensive remarks regarding discrimination, but I have seen the clip that she... Man. I have not seen... Sorry, guys. I'm recording, and I'm just really nervous, and I'm very bad at reading things out loud. I just need to get her into the role, okay? Next... Then there are offensive remarks regarding discrimination and sexual assault. And while I don't have seen any clips regarding the discrimination stuff, I have seen the sexual assault jokes. Basically, she was playing a game, and in that horror game, there was a case of sexual assault. And she made a joke, like when the character was like changing in the changing room, she saw like their figure, and then she made it like a very unsavory joke about how like, oh, now it makes sense kind of thing. It's bad. It's just yikes. So that's already like something like, man, why would you say that? You are a professional live, you're a professional live stream, you're part of a company, everything. But several infringements of the rules pertaining to the use of games defined by any color, including intentional infringement and repeated false justifications given to any color Inc. regarding these infringements. So basically she broke rules regarding how and when and stuff she can play games, because any color as a company, Nichi Sanji, they need to have permission for all of the games that lifers are playing, but also lifers have to get permission for most of their streams, basically. So it seems like that she was not getting those permissions, and she was breaking the rules regarding it intentionally, and then the justifications for that infringement were like basically just lying about things. Expressing her will to perform streams using illegal games, also referred to as pirate games. Which, man, you can't even do that as an independent streamer. That's just something like, man, why would you? Why would you? Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm bad at this. Honestly, I just want to like stop the recording here and try again. I don't know what's happening with me today, but like give me like a minute, okay? I want to do this right. I want to do this justice, and I want it to be a YouTube video. And I've done this before, and I don't know what's wrong with me today. So I will be right back. Give me 1 second. Oh, the lighting didn't poop itself. That's good. I thought maybe if I'm standing, maybe that becomes easier, because then I can just step back a little bit. It's fine. Now my chair's in the background. Fuck. Okay, give me a second. I will just... You guys understand now why I do react content? Because then I don't have to like find things to talk about. And before this I was a blogger, so I wrote everything so I could revise it. But now I have to like talk, you know? Fuck me. Okay. I need more upbeat music. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. GM. Like I changed the music I was listening to because it was too much, but I need more. Okay, let me... Okay, this is better. How about reacting to reactors, react to other reactors? Yeah, I could one day. Okay. As it is. So I usually don't really make this type of videos, but I feel like I want to share my thoughts about this case in specific. What the fuck? How? Second sentence. Come on, Ezzy. Okay. I usually don't make this fine. I usually don't make this kind of video, but I feel like... Why are you down bad, Ezzy? Jesus Christ! That was loud! Fuck you, Modown! Fuck you! Christ. I don't usually make this type of video, but I feel like I want to share my thoughts and opinions about this thing. Because making content about VTubers means you have the fun stuff, but you also have the less fun stuff.
What the fuck is Izzy playing?
And with that, I mean that I want to talk... And with that, I mean that I want to talk about the graduation, termination, whatever you want to call it, of Nichi-san, Zaion, Zaion, LanZa. Zaion was part of a wave that debuted in December 2022, and only like 2 months later... What the fuck? Christ! Yes! Fine! Was that Evanito's voice? Yeah, that's Evanito's voice. God damn it! Fucking... You guys get me... Okay. Is this thing... Okay. Ara. Chill down, Ezzy. No! Are you talking about a serious topic? Yes! I'm already nervous to talk about it. And you... Okay, well.
Why are you down bad, Ezzy?
Welcome back to Twitch, Ezzy. Yes. It was a mistake.
Why are you down bad, Ezzy?
Okay, it's so loud. Why is it so loud? I don't even know why it's loud. Okay, well, I'm just gonna try and ignore it. Okay?
Why are you down bad, Ezzy?
I'm just gonna take off my headphones at this rate. Oh no, my hair is flat. Fuck. Oh, no, never mind that. You can just mute you all, I think. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, exactly, Leon James. It's... Let me... I do have quite a lot of... Oh, fuck me. Okay, well. Let's just try that again. Oh my god, my headphones are dying as well. Fuck this. Okay, well. I don't get many chances to use them. Are you just taking jabs at the fact that I never stream? Because that's unfair, because I was sick. Okay?
Why are you down bad, Ezzy?
Hydrate, thank you. Stretch, yes.
Why are you down bad, Ezzy?
You guys, I love you guys. It's... Okay, well. Does this work? It's still okay. I usually don't really make this type of videos, but making content about VTubers means that you deal with both the cool stuff, the fun stuff, but also the more serious type of stuff. And today I just want to share my thoughts and opinions about the graduation of Zaion, LanZa's 7th wave. Oh, Christ. Thank you. The music is so loud, what the fuck? And today I just want to share my opinions and thoughts. Oh well. And today I want to share my opinions and thoughts about the graduation / termination of Nichi-san and Zaion, LanZa. For the reason is that this graduation is specifically, it caused a lot of stir in the VTubing community. And not for enough for any reason. Enough for no reason at all as well. So I just want to get into it. Okay, wait, I need this one. So Zaion was part of a wave that debuted in December 2022, and only 2 months later, she was already suspended from her... And only 2 months later, she was already suspended from all of her activities. For a few reasons, repeated misconduct, as per the announcement of Nijisanji. In short, it's just that she made remarks showing no intention to improve from previous issues and false statements used in her streams. Discrepancies between information given to management by Zaion, LanZa and her acts. Basically, she was just lying to management or withholding information or just different stories altogether every time. And insensitive jokes that cannot be tolerated as a Nijisanji lifer, which we will get into it. Oh my god. Why is this right here? Okay. And after a month of being suspended, she was terminated. Not graduated, terminated. Which is a huge difference from when Yugo Asuma, who graduated on December 14th last year, like around the time that XLA debuted. But Yugo was graduated. Thank you
for your VTuber news.
Thank you, Muran. Thank you for the sub. Okay, well, fine. So yesterday, Nijisanji announced this apparently gigantic list of things. Okay, wait, that's just not great. Thank you for 5 months. That's really appreciated. Nijisanji released this entire list of why she was terminated, apparently which I think is a reaction to the cry for transparency that people wanted when Yugo Asuma got graduated, because aside from the fact that they said, well, Yugo is not fit to be a lifer for nobody knows what reason. It can be mental health, it can be personality, it can just be like, hey, this job wasn't for me and I'd like to quit, you know? But for Zaion's termination, they just wrote an entire list. Some people have quoted, some people joked that she was trying to be an anime villain Wikipedia page. Let's just go over all of the things in the termination thing. So it states as follows, March 10th. So it states as follows. Thank you for always supporting Nijisanji and Nijisanji EM. We are sorry to announce the termination of our contract. We are sorry to announce the termination of our contract with Nijisanji and lifer Zaion LanZa effective March 10th, 2023. Since her debut in December 2022, Zaion LanZa has repeatedly infringed upon the copyright. Zaion LanZa has repeatedly infringed upon the contract and the rules lifers must comply to during her streaming activities. In order for Zaion to reflect on her actions, we suspended her from streaming activities in January 2022, which is before the official suspension that wasn't officially announced, but apparently she was already soft suspended back in January, and all of her activities in February 2023, which I just showed. During the suspensions, we had several discussions with her, including training about compliance. However, her behavior and understanding of the rules did not improve. Therefore, we have concluded that it's difficult to continue working with Zaion as a Nijisanji and lifer, and unfortunately, we had to make the decision to terminate her contract, which is honestly completely fair. They gave her a lot of chances to get back into line, to improve herself, and like, hey, we hired you, we believe in you, that you have potential. We are giving you more chances and we are helping you learn, actually. But the list of things she did is quite large. And as this is a termination and not a graduation, we don't know whether this is a response to people wanting more transparency after Yugo's graduation, or if this is like the standard that they're going to give for every termination versus a graduation that's just gonna be vague for the respect for the lifer, while Zaion was actually like breaking contract. So they are basically putting her out as an example for everyone else. I don't know why they're doing this. But the reasons are as follows. Using our copyrighted song on her stream without prior authorization, which is a no-no to begin with. But if you're a part of a company that has to deal with all that, that's not smart, but hey, it happens. Revealing internal information that can potentially cause issues for stakeholders during her stream, which that is a big issue. Because Nichi Sanchi's stock, like any color stock, was already taking like a big hit. So having one specific lifer, putting that in even more jeopardy, that's not great. And especially if they're not planning on changing their behavior whatsoever. And especially, it's like not just the company that's at stake, it's the jobs of almost 200 people. Well, even more, because 200... Because it's not just the company that's being at risk here, it's the jobs of everyone working there. And of just the public livers, and we're not even talking about management and everyone else behind that, that's almost 200 livers that are benefiting from the like PR of this company. And if the stakeholders are unhappy, that's not great. Making statements that could lead to speculation or leaking of internal information using social media accounts that she personally operates during activity suspension. Which basically just means that you went on her personal accounts or old accounts from a previous identity and put things there that could lead to speculation and therefore hinder this entire process. Further breaking her contract, probably. Offensive remarks regarding discrimination and sexual assault. I've not seen the clips of the discrimination part, but I have seen the ones of the sexual assault. But it's just joking about someone that got assaulted. And I will have the link in the description, but I don't want to show it because it's quite yikes and could be triggering for people. Several infringements of the rules pertaining to the use of games defined by any color, and repeated false justifications given to any color regarding these infringements. So basically, she broke the rules and lied about them, seems to be. For those who don't know, Nichi Sanchi needs to have permission from game developers or publishers before any of the livers can stream the game. And I also believe that the livers themselves also have to get personal permission from management to play said games. And there are probably a lot more rules regarding that, and she just broke them, and then to justify herself, she was either lying or not keeping to her story. Expressing her will to perform streams using illegal games, also referred to as pirate games. Which I think could refer to using an emulator for things like Nintendo games, which a lot of streamers are doing. But it's a lot more of a gray area when you're working for like a big corporation. And even the people that are using emulators don't usually say that they do. It's just everyone knows that they do, but it's not allowed if you're part of a big company. Because it's causing more issues than it's worth. Comments that can be considered offensive to the rights holder of a game during a stream. Like, that could be any number of things, but like if you already, as a company, need permission to play the games and one of your livers is basically dissing the people that made it, that's not great. That's not a good look. And that's just, why would you do that? Like, to begin with. Giving false information to other Nichi Sanchi and livers regarding the context of her... Wait, what the fuck? Giving false information to other Nichi Sanchi and livers regarding the contents of her communications with Any Color Inc. So that's how I read into that. That's basically that she's lying even more, but then to her fellow livers or her co-workers about what is happening between her and her management, basically. And there is like something I could say about that, but we'll get into that later. Falsely claiming to have received permission from Any Color Inc. after a viewer commented on Zaion performing an action prohibited by the rules. Which just means that someone in her chat was like, yo, I don't think this is allowed. And then she said to chat, well, I have permission, which she didn't. So that's like a double thing. Like, she didn't have permission in the first place, and then she lied about it. Falsely claiming to be sponsored by a brand during a stream, which, why would you do that? Like, if you're not getting the bucks, why would you say that you're being sponsored by someone? It's just... It doesn't seem worth it to begin with. Giving likes to comments falling under defamation of Nichi Sanchi Livers and Any Color Inc. using social media accounts that she personally operates. Again, it's stuff that she's doing on her personal/previous live accounts. And this is like openly giving likes to anti-Nichi Sanchi comments. And I heard it was both on Twitter and on her YouTube. She was basically hearting all of the comments that were like, yo, we want to see you back, and I hope you come back, etc. It was messy, and I can understand why they would include this, because it's also like breach of contract. And something I want to like and it's only fair that they are punishing her as much for it as they were punishing everyone else outside of the company for using defamatory language, or actions towards the company. Like, being part of the company doesn't make you exempt from being defamatory towards the company. Numerous other actions and comments infringing the contract and rules, which just means that there's a whole bunch of other things, probably little tidbits or details that they cannot put out in the wild, probably revealing parts of contracts that we are not allowed to know as a public without actually signing a contract. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all fans who have supported Zaion LanZa until now, and we deeply apologize for having to announce the termination. With Zaion LanZa's contract being terminated, all of her activities with Any Color Inc. will be stopped from today. Her YouTube channel and social media accounts will be made private, and her merchandise voice pack sales will be stopped shortly. We continue supporting the activities of Nichi Sanji and VTuber and Unit XLA and the remaining 5 members: Doppio Dropside, Hex Haywire, Meliko Curon, Fur Vermilion, and Kotaka Torihime. We hope for your continued support of XLA and Nichi Sanji, and for any questions regarding this notice, please contact Any Color Inc. And do not inquire the livers on their social media or during their streams. Especially that last line is very important. Like, don't go asking the livers about them. They likely don't know much more than we knew, or they are not allowed to say. So if you want like an actual answer, you should contact Any Color, which is honestly also the most fair thing you can do towards the livers. Even if they didn't say this, the livers, the other members of XLA probably are already in a very distraught state. So don't go bother them with that. They are just continuing to do their job, and it's not worth it. Oh, here. Speaking of the other members of XLA, I just wanted to quickly point out something that I saw a lot of people speculating about, and I posted it on my second account because I didn't want to put it on main. And I posted this on my alt Twitter just because I wanted to put it out in the world and people to see, which worked because it has 32k views, but like it's fine. So people were posting screenshots of Doppio's and Kodaka's banner. Oh wait. So people were posting screenshot of Doppio's and Kodaka's banner saying like, oh, they were really quick by erasing her from their banners, etc. And on certain devices, it indeed looks that Zaion is not on the banner. Like, you can only see her poking out, like, only just. And that's on my phone. Other people just saw, like, a small strands of the hair, which don't really stand out. But I want to point out that this has been the case ever since their debuts. Pre-debuts, even. It was even a joke. Like, she addressed it herself that she was just hidden. Like, this was a joke ever since their pre-debut. She addressed it herself as one of her first tweets ever. So this is nothing new. This is not them trying to eradicate their old... This is not them trying to eradicate her from existence. This is simply already existing, and she's clearly there. So please go and harass people. What else do I have? Okay. What else do I have open? Got a lot of stuff open. And 4 out of 5 of the remaining members actually went live on YouTube to address their thoughts a little bit. And how to go on from here and how they're feeling about it. And I've seen thoughts of... And I've seen people, Jesus Christ, how hard is speaking? And I've seen people speculate that this could be a PR move, that they all went live, and even with like the dramatic black screen. But with Yuga's graduation, there was only one person that spoke up because everyone else was like on a break or a hiatus or any number of reasons. So the fact that 4 out of 5 people actually already responded to it doesn't mean anything. And as she got terminated for all of the reasons that we already went over, it's like a different story than someone that just decided to leave or had to leave for mental health reasons or whatever. Let me rephrase that. Christ. I should probably get more practice in those types, so. And also we're talking about an entirely different wave of people. They have their own feelings and their own way of dealing with things. And if they just want to go and address it before they continuing their job, why not? And the fact that they do a black screen, like, I can completely imagine them doing that, because if you're distraught and you're not feeling great and you don't, and it's already hard to convey your feelings to begin with, being on screen, even with the VTuber model, is just incredibly hard. So I wanted to listen to this a little bit and just give my comments. And I want to start with Hex Haywire, as honestly, of all of them, I feel like he made some incredible points. So I wanted to, Jesus Christ. So I wanted to just go and listen to their streams a little bit and hear what they have to say about the topic. And I want to start with Hex because specifically his thoughts about it are very important to keep in mind, especially if you're moving forward as fans of XLA and how you should be treating XLA, because it is an entirely different situation as when Yugo graduated. Because it seems like Yugo was very unfortunate circumstances, because it seems like that with Yugo it were very unfortunate circumstances, and it was like hard work from everyone involved, and at the end there was just sadness that Yugo had to leave. While for Zaion, she actually did stuff that are questionable and you can have a lot of opinions about, and a bunch of it is just really insensitive and could actually hurt people. So seeing that in her gen mates, let's just listen. Let me find when he starts talking. That's very soft.
Give me, everybody. Please, thank you for coming. Give me just a minute to collect my thoughts a little bit.
I increased the speed, by the way.
I appreciate it. Thank you for all the support and just all the warm words. It means a lot.
I listened to this once, but I don't know when he actually starts talking.
So, this is going to be all over the place. I just want to preface by saying that this is not going to be like a very good caption or recap of everything that happened, because I'm limited about what I can talk about. But let me first start by thanking all of you for all of your warm words. Thanking all of you for supporting XLA as much as you already have, and I hope that you can support us further through the coming days as well. This has been incredibly stressful for all of us, and I genuinely thought that I didn't think that we'd ever get here, and it's tough. It's a tough place to be at. It's a place that I don't want to fucking be at. But I wanna apologize to a lot of the fans who might have been concerned or stressed about all of this. Thank you. I cannot emphasize enough how we wouldn't be here without you.
I just want to pause real quick and say, like, just hearing how distressed he is and that he is not happy with the situation at all. You can really feel it in his voice. And I just feel really bad for him that he is caught up in the middle of this because he has nothing to do with it. But everyone is looking at him for answers and his fellow gen mates. I feel bad for him.
And this is just generally a very stressful time for all of Exley. I know a genuine amount of you, a lot of you are very perceptive, generally quite empathetic. I know you have all seen how much this has taken a toll on us, either through our streams or through the recent few days or streams. It's been stressing me detrimentally as well, and it's taken a toll on me mentally and physically, but my heart bleeds for all of Exley and for anyone who might have been affected. I'm sorry, this is tough to talk about, and none of this is leaving my mouth easily. It's so, I feel like everything is just clinging to the back of my throat, and I apologize, but yeah, none of this is easy to say. This is completely out of what's comfortable for me. And this was this has been and is proving to be a very trying, a very taxing time for Exley. And I do want to say first and foremost, as both a liver for Niji, Sanji, and someone who has suffered through sexual assaults as a young person, or as a younger individual, I cannot condone a lot of the jokes and a lot of the things that she said, and it devastates me. It fucking devastates me, because I never would have guessed that it would come to this. It would happen this abruptly.
So basically what he just said is that he has been a victim of sexual assault, and the fact that someone he considered like a friend, a co-worker, or someone he worked very closely with actually made jokes about it. That just hit him very hard. And you can clearly tell that he is not liking to talk about this. And it's so different from when Hugo graduated, because everyone that talked about Hugo was like, yeah, we fought to keep him here. We couldn't do more, and now we're just sad. Noctix will always be 5. And in our minds, Hugo will always be here. You know? That was all positive and just like sad that Hugo was gone. And so far, this man is upset that he had to deal with someone making jokes about something that he clearly is affected by, like a lot. Like he was a victim of sexual assault, and she just made an offhand joke. And clearly did not know that what she was doing was wrong, and she was not willing to learn. Which is like one of the reasons that I'm not happy that she is gone, but it's more like, yeah, it's good, because if she did that so offhandedly, so quickly, like, I can imagine that if you've been part of a company like this for a while, you get comfortable, you make more slip-ups. But she just did it right away. Like, she had been streaming for 2 months. I don't know when that stream was exactly, but it was the new Chilla's art game, the karaoke. What else would she have said? And I feel like with how he is talking about it, that there is much more than we saw. Poor Hacks.
A lot of this was very disappointing, and I want you guys to know that we tried our absolute best to be able to get this to work. We tried a lot of different things. None of these things I can get into specifically, but we tried. There was a lot of conversation back and forth, and there were a lot of disagreements back and forth.
What I gather from that is that he actually talked to Zaion about it and expressed maybe not his personal grief directly, but like, hey, this is not okay. And like it adds up with everything else that was made in it adds up with everything else that was said in the statement, that she failed to realize what she was doing was wrong, and then she failed to learn from it and not do it again. Like, even if you don't agree with like, hey, this is bad, and you personally don't think it's bad, But if someone tells you to stop, especially if like management or your boss, you probably should still stop, even if you don't agree with it, because it's your job. And if your coworkers are pointing towards it and you're still ignoring it, sorry, but that's just a bit.
And therefore, because of said disagreements, there were a lot of subsequent disappointments. And we really did try as hard as we could. Everybody tried to fight for things. We tried to talk through things, and eventually there just wasn't any more words to say. And that definitely fucking sucks. You know, I want to go out on a limb and be a little bit vulnerable here and be emotional, because I feel like it's appropriate. But it always hurts when you get to the point where you've exhausted as many words as you can. You've exhausted conversation, and you've tried to figure out many ways to word different sentences, different paragraphs, only to be met with disagreement. And it was difficult. It was a difficult time. It was a difficult thing to go through. It was a difficult thing to see.
So what I get from that is that, so what I feel like he is saying is that he kept saying what she was doing was wrong, or trying to talk to her about it, and maybe not just specifically the sexual assault jokes, but other stuff as well. And then having to like say the same things in like a different way over and over and over again, without being met with like any type of acceptance or that she was listening at all. And I can't imagine how frustrating that must be. Like, genuinely. Like, you're making yourself vulnerable and you're trying to talk to someone, and especially as it's like, it's your coworker, and within the same wave, you're a lot more closely together than if people are not in the same wave. I can imagine that at some points he felt uncomfortable and maybe even unsafe in this company, which in this case was not even the company's fault. It was one of his coworkers, and that's just, nobody should ever feel like that. And especially in the entertainment branch, like, people are looking up to you. And if you have your coworkers try to talk sense into you and you're still ignoring it, I don't know.
And it led to a lot of disappointment. It really did. But I'm very grateful for your support, and I want you again to know that we tried. I hope through all of this, I hope through everything that's happened, you will continue to support all of the livers, and you continue to support XLA. Yeah, I think that it's important that you guys know that XLA, as we stand, are some of the most warm-hearted, hardworking, and talented individuals. And I'm not just talking out of my ass. I'm not just saying this to say this, but they are so hardworking. They are so warm-hearted. They work so hard constantly for you guys, and they work tirelessly. My dumb ass can barely go 2 days without getting sick, but these guys are just so hardworking, and they're so caring.
The difference how he's talking about like the remaining gen mates and how he was talking about Zaion, it's like, it's such a difference. Like, man, it like almost gives me chills. It almost makes me want to go and cry, because he has genuine admiration and respect for his gen mates, his friends, I dare to say. And I think at some point he felt the same towards Zaion. And she completely crushed that respect. It must have been really hard for him.
So yeah, I don't want to drag this on for too long. I don't really want to talk about this too much more after this stream. So please just be patient respect XLA, respect the livers. Let them know that, please let them know that you're there for them. Please don't ask too many questions, and refer to the description if you don't want to ask a question or say something. Refer to the link in the description. I appreciate all of you. I wanted to come on the record as well and just make this and to like end this on a positive note. I didn't want to end this on like on negative terms. So I just want to say go support XLA. They are talented, they're warm-hearted, they have so many cool projects coming up. Go support the livers. I mean, Meliko has a cover. Koptika is planning some really cool collabs. Ver and Dopey are just constantly working. They have so many different projects lined up too. They told me about some of them and they're just balled up in my head, but I'm amazed at their work ethic. I have a potential song. I just don't want to make this too negative, and of course I want you guys to also support Vox, who is doing a charity stream that is also very close to my heart. So if you guys want to go check that out as well. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is a hard stream to this is hard to talk about. It's a hard stream to go live on and to really be transparent about. I am genuinely very hurt. I am disappointed. There were a lot of things that just really were said that just didn't resound with me, and it's just it sucks, but I want to move forward, and I want to create something positive and to be strong and to do cool things that make people smile. So thank you for all of your support. I will probably stream a game after this, and we'll just take my mind off of things and do whatever. I play Phasmophobia and FNAF, I don't know, but just want to spend time with you and just shut off my brain for a little bit. But thank you for all being here. I fucking love you guys until death, and thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us, and I'm very grateful. So thank you guys. Love to all of you.
Gonna go sit down again. I need my chair. Be right back. Everything is fine. Listening to Hex's message and how he expresses his feelings, it just goes to show that your actions as an individual aren't just like, yo, if you break the rules, break contract, anything, it's not just your own job at risk or your own image. You're affecting other people. You're affecting the people you're working with. And that's just unfair. I get that you are trying to like stay true to yourself or wanting to do things your own way. But like doing it to a degree that you're taking other people down with you, or you're exposing people to, well, negative image, negative PR, it's a bit selfish. So I agree with Leon James Demetrius is saying in chat. I have so much respect for Hex, and I do too, honestly. Like, opening up about this and like being honest about why you're feeling a certain way, and especially like mentioning like, I've been a victim of sexual assault, and that's why, or at least part of why, I'm so upset with this entire situation. Niji Sanji livers and just VTubers in general, they're very protective of their privacy and their IRL lives, and especially Hex, like he doesn't talk about his like IRL self and IRL experiences like at all. So for him to even say it just comes to show how much this is affecting him. And it's just wild to me. And then we have Kodaka, who also did the stream. She didn't do a black screen like the others did, but it's still important that we go and listen to it. They think they don't hate her, just disappointed in her. Let's just listen to Kodaka.
Hello. Sorry. Hello. Sorry, my internet might be a little choppy today. Let me put on some BGM first.
Wait, I'll just put her in 1.5 speed too. Just to be through this a little bit faster.
Hello everyone. Hello, hi guys. I hope you guys are feeling well. Hello. Yeah, I have some things planned for tonight. So I wanted to do a quick zatsu to explain the situation right now. First of all, I apologize for having to bring up bad news to you. And second, thank you so much for being here with us. Each and every one of you really count, and without you, we really wouldn't be standing here in front of you in the first place. So thank you so much for that. Some of you guys have probably seen the news. If not, I'm really sorry to the ones who genuinely came up for something fun and entertaining, like we always do. Sorry, I'll be talking about our gym mate Zaion's termination.
Wait, let me go back a little bit and put my camera over here. It was better.
Really sorry to the ones who genuinely came up for something fun and entertaining, like we always do. Sorry, I'll be talking about our gym mate Zaion's termination today. And then afterwards, hopefully I can talk about something that's bright. I know that I do have some Japanese viewers as well, so I'll be taking this topic, talking about this topic in both English and Japanese. I'll talk about this in English first. Oh, Slack message.
Yeah, I'll for the video I'll just cut out the Japanese parts.
And then after that I'll talk in Japanese. Allow me to translate.
And I will try to skip over the Japanese parts as much as possible, but I don't know how much she's talking in Japanese. Hi, Nick's here. Welcome in.
That in Japanese. 日本のね視聴者さんもいると思うので、ごちゃ混ぜにならないように今回のね同期の財ちゃんの件についてはまず英語で話して、でその後に日本語でも説明できればなと思います。5分10分ぐらいで、5分10分って倍だな。1時間から2時間みたいな感じになるけど、10分5分ぐらいかな。でまた
I love her Japanese voice so much.
思いますので、はい。Back to English. All right. Where do we begin? So first things first, about the termination, obviously. Honestly, what's said in the announcement is pretty simple and clear, I feel like. She broke the rules, a lot of the rules. And we as the Exily member, really tried really hard. We tried really hard to discuss things over with her about her mistakes. We sometimes even fought with her for some things that she wished to be granted upon herself.
Which is an interesting detail. Like Hex mentioned that they were talking to her and that they had discussions and that just you can better talk to a wall than talk to Zaion about these issues. Basically, that's what he said. But Kodaka goes into a little bit more detail. Like, it went so far that they actually fought. Like, there were fights at least between Kodaka and Zaion. But I imagine between, like, the rest of the gen in general and Zaion.
We really did try helping her, and we did our best. The senpais were with us to help too. But it turns out that we were just very unaware of the situation as a whole. And I guess it was too much to the point that we really couldn't do anything to stop this from happening. We did warn her about if she does take things too far, then she might have to go through consequences, but again, we couldn't stop her from doing the actions that she did. So, and my personal opinion about this is well, first of all, I don't know everything about her acts as a liver for Nijisanji, so I cannot speak to say that I'm aware of all the situation or know the exact mistakes that she made that caused the problem. I'm not a know-it-all about this.
Which is also an interesting thing. Like, I like that she is... I appreciate that she is saying, like, hey, I don't know everything either, even though she is my genmate, and obviously we've been informed about stuff, and we've seen stuff happening firsthand. We'd obviously talked to Zaion, but, like, hey, guys, I know you guys want answers, but even if I want to give them, I literally don't know. And I think that's also a good thing for her to say in light of Nijisanji and any college, just wanting people to directly contact about that Nijisanji and any color want people to directly contact them with questions instead of livers, also like to keep the livers peace of mind and allow them to keep doing their jobs. And aside from that, they don't have the answers. They don't. And the stuff that they do know, they probably cannot talk about.
But based on some factors that I am aware of, I can say that I cannot agree with the statements and actions that she did. I can say that. There's been a lot of things behind the scenes, so I'm very sorry if I'm like not clear with some of the things that I'm saying. I guess the second thing I want to say is that, well, because when I first met her before debut, you know, to get ready for debut, I felt like I found like a really great friend when I was talking to Zaion. She said that she felt the closest to me, and there's been times where like we would like talk for hours about like how bright our future is here, and we just had a bunch of really good ideas that we had in our minds, you know, for the future.
I can let her talk for a little bit more, but the way she is talking about Zaion is like they were like actually getting close as friends, as co-workers, and they were talking about, yay, we got our dream jobs. How fantastic is that? And just goes to show that Zaion really fumbled the bag here. Like, she got her dream job and then made so many mistakes and still got second chances and people that fought for her and tried to help her stay here. Yet she didn't try at all. Like, it seemed like she didn't try whatsoever, regardless of how much the others were like trying to help her. And you can tell that Kodoka is like upset about it. Like, she's not happy about the situation, and like she tried so hard. It's sad. I feel bad for Kodoka as well. Like, she tried so hard. It's just, man. In the end, I hope she learns from this and it becomes a better person moving on. Man, if she was willing to learn, I think she would have done that by now. Even it wasn't much, but she got so many chances. She went on like a training to become a better lifer and just a better employee. Even that. They didn't give up on her. No, they absolutely did not give up on Zaion. And that could be for like personal reasons, like they're friends with Zaion, but also like, hey, if someone of our wave gets terminated, graduated so early on, that reflects back on us and that could hinder our jobs. So it could be like selfless, selfish, it doesn't really matter. Company VTuber was not for her, indie would have been best for her. But even the stuff that she, like yeah, half of the things that she got terminated for aren't relevant as an indie VTuber. Or you could at least get away with it more. The other half would still be like, man, you're a creator. People are looking up to you. You probably have like a young, impressionable audience. And with that, I don't mean like 14-year-olds. Even people early 20s are young and impressionable. You can't do that shit. Like, man.
Sure. And because that bond we had, because I really did just solely believe in her, it really is quite disappointing, I would say. And I'm disappointed in myself that I couldn't do anything to stop it from this from happening. So like for this, I know that I'm really bad with words, but I do want to say that I do want to apologize. I'm sorry for letting you down for this. I'm sorry that I had to bring bad news to you, because you guys don't deserve this.
The fact that she felt the need to apologize, that she could not make the situation better before it became so bad that it started affecting the community. That's just messed up. This is in no way her fault. The fact that she even decided to put time and effort into trying to help Zaion, it's a lot more than she should have to. And yeah, she's still apologizing. That shows that she has a lot of better character than Zaion had to begin with. Because she's apologizing for actions of someone else that were not her responsibility whatsoever. Well, Zaion did all of these things and wasn't even willing to change or no longer do them, let alone apologize. Like, let alone apologize.
And this goes out to all the fans. Everyone who's watching, everyone who's a part of this, everyone who knew about us or knows about us, about the Beach Chipping Company. And especially to Zion's fans who waited for her. Who waited for her return. I'm really sorry for that. I might be, I might be like that filthy, stupid Gyaru that slacks off on all the council works, and the Gyaru that, is not good with both Japanese and English, just the girl that is not knowledgeable about a lot of the common things around here. But I do know when someone is disrespecting the ones I love. I may be new here, but some of you may hear me live for the first time, actually. But I'm proud to say that I love Nijisanji. I love all the members that are here with me, here with us. I'm sad to see my gym mates having to apologize for this, because honestly, this wasn't their fault. And for all these reasons, honestly, I don't know if I can say that I'm in the state to wish her good luck on her future ahead for now, Zaion, but maybe in the future, like maybe someday, like when our path intersect with each other, like I don't know if that's even possible because you came from the future, but that's my personal intake about this.
That's something to say. That's something to say about someone that was like your friend, your companion, your coworker. Like, I cannot say that I wish you success or good luck in your further endeavors. Things must have been really bad for her to say that. Because that's not something you just say, and especially not publicly. And I feel like if she wasn't in her own contract and had more freedom to talk about her feelings, there was possibly a lot more that she wanted to say. But I admire her will to stay positive. No wait, I admire her will to stay professional about this and not making things worse, and also just giving enough to make people like feel comforted. Like, hey, we tried, we tried, and she didn't want to change.
Also, well, Exile sadly will never be the same anymore without her. But I want to believe that we as a 5-member group can show the world something fascinating or cool that only the 5 of us together can show. So to make this real, I'm setting up collabs for the 5 of us, and of course, one-on-one collabs as well, one-on-one collabs as well with an Exile. I just wanted to say this to you, that we are here today to ensure you that we'll be working hard to make you proud for being a viewer of our content, So, I mean, sorry, I keep on saying we because like today isn't like about individuals, like, you know, me, myself, I, you know. It's about us talking about our future as actually. But thank you for always supporting us. This is like my main statement. Thank you so much for always supporting us. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm really grateful for every dream you made real for us. So, this is going to be the last time I'm going to say sorry for this incident, for this topic. I would like to move on and use my time here, use my grateful time here for our bright future. And I would like to use my mouth and words to thank you. So, thank you. Thank you again for coming here. Sorry, I am like losing words. That's it. That's it. Let me drink some water. If you guys have questions, Any Colors is, I think, free to contact.
I think this is all of it.
So, yeah, Any Colors. Talk about this thing in Japanese, and I might say something
Yeah,
else.
the rest is in Japanese. So while Hex talked about how he was personally like hurt and disappointed by Zion's actions, Kodaka is more going into like, hey, we really tried to like fighting situations as well. And there is nothing we could do. We tried everything, and it's to a point that even she doesn't wish Zaion good luck in her future endeavors. That's a lot to say. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will just link Malako's and verse reactions below, because I think both Hex and Kodaka said everything that's relevant. I will link the reactions of both Hex and Kodaka in the description down below, as well as verse and Malako's, because I feel like Hex and Kodaka both touched enough on like their feelings of the entire gen and just how they feel in general. Like, I feel like it's gonna be more of the same. So if you do want to check them out, I do recommend it. Speaking of other videos covering all of this, there are 3 videos that I personally also recommend if you want to get another point of view, touch down upon the topic. And those are the videos of Kill. And those are the videos of Kill, the VTuber News bunny, False ID, who is also a VTuber News reporter, and Avenido, who is doing the series Let's Talk About It, where he like takes situations like these and talks about like what can we learn from them and what can we do better as a community and as people in general, which I find an incredible stance to take. Like, it's not news, it's like, hey, something terrible happened, but what can we do to be better moving forward? So I will have those links in the description as well. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts for like what else I want and need to say. So my personal thoughts about this entire thing is that multiple parties were at fault. Like, this is not completely on Zaion. Like, obviously she's responsible for her own behavior. Obviously she could have changed her course and changed her behavior, or at least changed her attitude towards things and like become better. Like, being a month on suspension, there's a lot you can change and like be better and come back and just resume your activities. But she didn't. But I also think that with how bloated Nichi Sanji is, with how many lifers they have, like, how many do they have in the English branch? I think they have like 30 in the English branch. But in total, they have almost 200 lifers. And at the rate how they're hiring people, it's going so quickly, quick turnaround times. And I feel like there are holes in the hiring process. Like, I feel that the way they do background checks or background screenings could be a lot better. Because knowing the content that Zaion made prior to becoming Zaion and joining Nijisanji, I feel like they could have caught that she was this type of person. Like, and with that, I don't mean that she was a bad person. It's more like she's more fit as an independent creator, or at least not part of a big corporation like Nijisanji. I feel like they could have caught that. And obviously, I understand their hope and prayers that someone with a lot of talent and a lot of experience prior, and especially in the same field, that they can change and adapt and be within company guidelines. But I also feel like there are so many people that apply to Nijisanji. Why would you take the risk? So that's like two things. Either they genuinely didn't do a good screening and didn't see like her prior content and the things she did prior to becoming a Nijisanji lifer, or they hope that she would be able to change, which is a big risk. And especially seeing how many people apply, like they could have picked someone else. There was someone on Twitter that said it really well, and I'm going to paraphrase it real quick, but they said that not only did she fumble the bag and ruined her own dream job, she basically took someone else's. Someone else that could have fulfilled the role of Zaion LanZa and not do any of this, to become to be a great lifer. She took that as well. She took that chance from someone else. Well, she was clearly not going to be a Nijisanji lifer. As this all started like pretty much right away. Like, don't get me wrong, she is charismatic, she is a very good entertainer, and it's also like a waste of a very good and expressive model. Like, she fit that model really well, but also that model in general, it's so cute and so good. Someone else could have fulfilled that role that had the respect to their fellow lifers and the company and the community and like the fans and such. Well, she didn't. So I'm mostly just disappointed. Because if you weren't going to take it seriously, why bother in the first place? Was it like... Because in no way, shape, or form they... Because it's not like they needed like the attention or whatever. Like, they had a quite decent following prior to this. Community loved them, and being an indie creator, like, it suits them a lot more. It's like, why would you apply for Nijisanji if you aren't gonna be a Nijisanji lifer? But that's just what I'm wondering. Some people are really good at hiding who they really are. That's true, but if you're applying to a content creator organization and you have to list your prior stuff, she did not hide any of that. The way she behaved as Zaion LanZa was pretty much exactly the same as she did before, which for some behavior was still a little bit questionable. But hey, as an indie creator, you just find the niche audience. But as an indie creator, you can just find your audience that doesn't really care. You're only representing yourself. You're only bearing the risk for yourself. So I wonder what she's going to do. She did tease like something that could be bred into as a re-debut. I don't know. The VTubing community, and especially like Nijisanji fans, they have been very divided. Like, you have the people that are actively cheering that she's gone, and people that are saying like that this is justified. I used to watch her, I used to love her, but I cannot do that anymore in good conscience. And then there are people that are like basically out for revenge, to go to war with Nijisanji, to make them feel their wrath. And it has been going really far. And I don't even want to show like some images I've seen of like the revenge Zaion movement. It's pretty bad. So I really just hope that if Zaion returns to her old identity or creates a whole one from scratch, then, well, I want to say that she's better than she used to be, but if she could do that or wanted to do that, she probably would have done that by now and kept her, like, job. No. So I'm just, honestly, I'm just both disappointed, but not quite, no. I am surprised. Okay, let me rephrase that. So honestly, I'm just disappointed in both Zaion and Nijisanji as a company. Because Nijisanji has made poor decisions in the past, and I feel like they could do a better screening process for the people that they hire, because I know people that have applied to Nijisanji and simply, you know, got no response whatsoever, even though I know they're great content creators and also great people and have shown that over the years as being a creator. And they easily could have been in the same, like... Oh, thank you for the follow, Ray. I don't know. Let me rephrase that, because otherwise the alerts over it. But I know people that have applied to Nijisanji and never heard anything back, even though they are great creators, have a ton of experience, and have shown over their years of being a creator that they are good people. And they easily could have been in the space that Zaion was in. And still be part of Nijisanji. It makes me wonder if something bad happened to Zaion in those months. Maybe they lost out on others because of that. Honestly, even if something bad happened, that would only excuse her bad behavior towards her fellow lifers. Not everything else. But that's about where I want to leave things. Again, I will leave other videos where people discuss and cover this topic in the description down below, as well as the links to the other XLA members addressing the topic. At the moment of recording, Doppio has not done any live stream or tried to address any of it. He has been a bit MIA, which honestly, everyone like grieves or deals with bad news and bad things happening in different way, and I respect him for doing that. Like, talking on stream about your feelings is not something that everyone can do. So I'm already like surprised that 4 out of 5 people did that. Anyway, I just hope that this is not going to be... Anyway, I just hope that this is not going to be something that I do very often, to cover stuff like this. But I felt like, as I have covered the XLA lore, and I have covered her lore as well, and I'm just part of the VTubing community, and this is like on my plate on a daily basis, not saying anything felt also a bit wrong. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this to a degree that you can enjoy stuff like this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. I almost pressed stop streaming. Holy shit. Let me turn the music up. Holy shit. Thank you for talking about it. Yeah, it wasn't as smoothly as I would have wanted it. In an ideal world, I probably would have wanted to do this tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm busy. And I was like, yeah, I also want to upload it ASAP. And I was also very tired. So yeah, that was a lot. That was rough. Thank you for the follow, Ray. Thank you very much. I probably need to go and practice more of this stuff. And if I'm very honest, I've talked about this before. I'm trying to go and get my main YouTube channel monetized. And I might move videos like this to a different channel. That way I can also cover more topics that aren't as big as this. Like they can just be a 2-minute video, you know? It's a tough topic. It's hard to be energetic and concise about it. Yeah, and especially it's just a lot of information that I don't have ready to go. But the Jonathan stuff, as I actively lived through it, and it was like almost a year later, and it's mostly just an update video. I have most of that information just ready to go, and I've had like a lot of time to talk about it, and to digest it, so it was different. But yeah. Something I didn't want to put into the video, because it's a new channel as he talks. Yeah, it could be. I wanted to like make a second channel just for more personal stuff, or like stuff unrelated to what I do on my main channel. A bit like Mogul Mill, maybe, I don't know. But something I didn't want to put in the main video, because it's a bit tinfoil hat, is that with how much bad PR Nichi-Sanchi was having already, and they probably knew that they were gonna like terminate Zaion like pretty early on. That's the reason that they copyright striked Falls and Kyo. That they tried to like either silence them, get them taken down, or scare them into talking about these topics, just to get rid of like prior coverage of that stuff, avoiding new coverage, but also avoiding them talking about the graduation as a whole. But they seem to have failed, because Kyo got all his like appeals in, and they never like counter appealed. So that's just they never got back to him, and now he has full access to his account back, and all his strikes are gone. And as they didn't strike enough videos to put 3 strikes on Falls' channel, he could keep continuing to upload, and they are not afraid anymore. And especially as they strike them all for using the images of the livers in their thumbnails, Falls just quit using Nichi-Sanchi livers in thumbnails. He starts using his own face. Yeah, and Kyo never stopped with it because he's not afraid. And especially as he got all these counterclaims in, and none of them called counterclaimed. I doubt Nichi-Sanchi is gonna try again, because they're gonna lose again. The stream awards are today. Yeah, I know. They're like... they're very late at night for me. And you aren't allowed to restream it, I believe. You only can if you have permission. Unsolicited question, make bully... Oh, unsolicited suggestion. Make bullet point scripts, just a point outline of what you want to talk about, or if to-do list on a full script. Yeah, that's how I tried to do it, having all the tabs open. But my brain just didn't want to brain. That's just great. But I do need to like practice my talking skills and like putting thoughts into words. Especially when talking about topics like this. I just need to practice. First time here, I just want to say thank you for the support you have to the LGBT plus community. I really appreciate it. As a member, I feel like we must stick together. Oh, 100%. It's been rough. English is hard. Yes, it's my second language. I sometimes wonder, like, why can I not talk the same way as like all these streamers that I watch and love always do? And then I'm like, wait, English is not my first language. I have to come up with the thoughts, halfway translate them, and put them into actual words, and be whatever. Understandable. There's a lot of brain power, and I'm not very good at talking, so yeah. English is hard. Yeah, English is my third language. What? And it's your first language? Ah yeah, it's my first language and I struggle. It's so funny, because in a lot of ways, my vocabulary is a lot bigger than for most native English speakers. But my speaking skills are not that great. To be fair, most English speakers don't speak it very well. Yeah, but like... that's something that's... it's a bit different for me if I talk in Dutch. Because like I just keep talking. But being bilingual has made my speaking skills in Dutch also worse. Because I am forgetting words. Or I... like... the word I have ready in my mind is more often than not the English word. So I just fucked up my speaking skills in both languages. I want to learn Russian. First is Russian, second is Filipino. Ooh. Yeah, my first one is Dutch. So it's So anyway, now we're done covering all that. How about something we do something more fun? Shall I close all of these tabs? I can probably do that. That's just my fourth? Jesus. Yeah, I'll just re-find all of these videos later. Oh, fuck. I closed my music as well. Fuck me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Where's YouTube? I'm sorry, but like this is like the first thing I saw when opening YouTube. I have no mouth, but I must stream. What the fuck, Raiders? Oh wait, I need to make my camera smaller again. It's too big. I need it small. Oh fuck me. Okay, now it's the original. I remembered I can just do Ctrl Z. Now it's the original size again. If I don't do that, it fucks up with my my Premiere presets. So that's great. Let's just not do that on stream. By the way, did you see Nana did a face reveal in Ethel stream? I did know that she was like appearing IRL on his streams, just with masks on. Yeah, yelling in German is fun. I mean, yeah. Oh, I want to start learning a language really bad. I want to learn another language as well, but man, I should practice speaking in the ones I learned. See the pig nose on? Oh, that's funny. I feel that I learned German years ago and I started messing with my English. Oh man, want to hear something funny? Thank you for following Horror5. When I hear something funny... Oh my god, it's so upbeat. Back in high school, at some point I was learning like 6 languages. Like obviously I had Dutch, I had English, but I also had German and French, Latin and Old Greek. So at some point on a French test, I was putting in Latin words and using Latin grammar. I also started using German grammar on Latin tests and Latin grammar on German tests. That's very bad. Like following the Frosty clips. It's just, yeah. Was weird seeing IRL face again. Been so long. Oh yeah, she used to be an IRL streamer. Makes sense, makes sense. I'm an OG Nyan fan. And now we cringe she was. It's fine, it's fine. You know, Tactone is also an OG Nyanus. Nyanus fan. That's great. You can call me Frosty? Okay, thank you. Yo, Horu. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, she has been on YouTube for years. She was on some of Connor's old videos as well. Like some voice acting related ones. Sorry, what else I need to do? One of the first people I watched. It makes sense. Oh, some fun fact I learned today. I was watching the podcast OTK has, Steak and Hacks. And apparently, Tactone is the one that introduced Soda Pop and Febe. And he teamed them together in like some game show kind of thing. Because he knew they would like each other. And now they're dating. That was super funny. Oh, yeah. I wanted to see if I could squeeze in reacting to Merryweather's lore. So I can release that tomorrow. And that's a nice change of pace. And now we're talking anyway. It's good, I guess. Christ, what the fuck? Honestly, Mary, what the fuck is this? Who's Floyd Mayweather? I think Febe is moving in with him. Yeah, they're moving in together. Let's see. Where is his 2.0 lore? What? Mary, what's going on? You're surprised by anything Mary does at this point? No, I'm not surprised, but I'm just like... I'm reminded again of what happened, you know? Oh shit, his lore video got 131k views? That's sick. Why is part 2? Where's part 2? Oh, here's part 2. The reason I want to react to Meriwether's lore is... it's a natural... How do you call it? A natural continuation of going from Vishotra lore to his lore, because he all wrote it, you know? He's the writer behind it all, and I already introduced my audience a little bit to him. I made one short on his lore, and it's one of my most viewed things on my entire channel. So that's good. And I want to cover indie lore. So going from Vishotra lore to his lore as a bridge to indie lore is a natural progression. As like it's similar style. It's done by the same studio. Yeah. He's an activist. Search Floyd Mayweather destroys tension. Oh, I'm not gonna do that right now. Because that's not the type of content I make. If I do serious stuff, it's like around VTubers or anime and like trash days and stuff. Like I made a video, a serious video like this around a trash days clipper that was harassing me and other people. But I'm not... That's anime, just watch it. Maybe another time, okay? Not right now, because I don't have a lot of time. And I want to record this before I have to get off. Okay, so this video is like 12 minutes long. And this video is 6 minutes long. So I should be able to do that in like half an hour, 45 minutes. I do have to go to the bathroom real quick. Oh, fuck. It's already 6:30. Fuck. Okay, well, then we have to do it real quick. Thank you for following. Yayamshamsif. I'm so sorry. I butchered that. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to ask my mom about... what time she's planning to have dinner. Because if that's in 20 minutes, we cannot do this. 4:31 p.m. for me. I'm eating EU gang also. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go be right back and ask my mom to make sure that she isn't going to yell at me halfway through the recording. But yeah, welcome new followers. I'm gonna be right back. Hello, hello, hello. I have good news. We can quickly record it. I mean, with a... Yeah, it has to be quickly. So, I cannot go on 5-minute long tangents like I sometimes do. That's fine. Show us your setup. Okay, my setup. Like, you want to see my computers? Like, my computer and like my screen and stuff? But I cannot do that currently. Because if I... Like, even though my camera is like stuck in place, if I show you everything, I would dox myself. So I can't do that. I could try and make a picture of it and put it in Discord later. So if you want to join the Discord, I've got a link in one of my panels. Or... Discord. I want random Azzy tangents. We can do it quick, okay? We can do it quick. I've got like a little over of half an hour to 45 minutes. Something like that. We can do it. Let's not press stop streaming. Let's just start recording. It's time to say hi on YouTube if you want to. My whole throat is dry from all the talking. Bread, Christ. Welcome back to another VTuber lore reaction video, and today we are going to react to Merryweather's lore. For those who don't know him but are familiar with my content or VTuber lore, he is the writer for that, and he has done VTuber lore for indies, for his friends, even some people from Nichi Sanji. So I thought now we're done with the Shoujo mythos, it's a natural progression to go and watch his lore. He is a... Okay, sorry. Another reason why I want to react to his lore right now is because he said that chapter 3 of his new lore series is dropping with his next re-debut. He's doing a lot of new stuff. Okay. Like, he literally pinged his Discord, like, yo, everyone, anytime, like, he literally pinged his entire Discord to go and tell everyone, hey, if you're not caught up on my lore, you should do it now because new lore is dropping soon. So, man, I'm taking that as an invitation. And also, hi, Mary, if you're watching. I love your stuff, but you already know that. Yeah, fun fact. Like, I'm cutting this out of the video. Mary knows my videos. He watches them. He loves them. I didn't know that. But he told me when he recognized me in his chat the other day. I was like, what? How? Why? That's just great. But without much further ado, let's get into the lore of this dog boy VTuber. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. Oh, I should... Oh, fuck. I should stop this music. And yes. And see if this any good. Is this any good? Okay. Well, guys, this lore is fantastic, by the way. Like, if you love Shoujo lore, this is absolutely great. Okay, let's start over. My volume was a little bit too much. It was a little bit too much. Doesn't matter for the recording, but it was a little bit too much for me. This is like... This is referencing previous lore that he has that isn't part of this series, and I don't know if it's canon anymore. But what you just saw, that the young prince and now this businessman, they're all referring to old models of his that also had their own lore. So it's really fun to see that he pulled them into the canon, just like he has done previously with some Fishoujo members, and how their previous lore was written into the canon of Fishoujo. He did that for himself as well.
海を渡って自分とは関係のない戦いに挑む若い貴族の少年はよ
And this is a third model. There are like 3 versions of him. I don't know exactly how they tie in together, but it's so good that I will link all of his other lore videos that aren't part of this canon, or at least not in the same way, in the description down below for those that are curious.
悪まみれの男たちに全てを奪われ旧支配者と契約を結び
Oh, this is Cthulhu form. Yeah, that was right.
他の星を次々騎士の剣がまっすぐ心臓自分の生きる意味ここで選択しなければならないどうして従者はネクタイを語り出し主が歩き出したそしてどうして私はその
The art is incredible.
昔
There we go.
どうにもならない
Hi, Mary.
無限の世界でも私の居場所はない
No, I don't want to cry again.
キャラクターたちは純粋で情熱的でそれぞれの世界に生きている終わりのない人生を生きているなのに私は邪魔な客人にしかなれない
He is referring to like he is referring to the fact that he is a writer and he creates all these stories, all these characters and worlds, and that he doesn't feel part of any of them. That he feels like he said, like an imposing guest. Like, even though he wants to be part of those worlds, he can't because he's not part of those stories. So his will to be part of the stories, but still staying out of them, he is breaching. Yeah, I will cut it out. It's fine.
私は楽器と同じだ自分が探検できない世界も自分が会えない人物も作り出す私は弱くて惨めな神お願いだ私を見ている人々よ
Breaking the fourth wall, because of course.
もう一度やり直したいフィクションは語らないかつて少年は一人で部屋にいた最低限の家具しかない寂しい部屋は逆に落ち着きを払っていたカーテンからの日差しが優しく頬を撫でる毎日数時間だけはこの部屋以外のことすべてを忘れられていた
I feel like with this part of the lore, he is just reflecting on how he is IRL or has been IRL. Like, being a writer or a creator, it's so taxing. It takes so much out of you, and it's so easy to get isolated. And so, like he said, for a few hours every day, there was nothing but this room. And that's how I have felt a lot as well. Like, you're working on your stuff. And you feel like you're just in this void working on it. Like, not working towards anything or away from anything. You're just there. And that's the only thing that exists. Also, my headphones just... I need to check before we move on if my headphones are still working. Yeah, fuck. It sometimes does that. It just turns off without actually turning off. Like, I just hear some static and some pops, and then it just turns off. And I don't know why it does that, but it sometimes does that. I'm back. Welcome back. Your voice acting is indeed very nice. Okay. Let me try. Okay, I can hear it again. Perfect. Okay, let's continue.
何のためにするのかわからない勉強、不安のある未来、うまくいかない人間関係。
Yeah, this lore resonates so much with me because it's less of a fantastical story but more of a metaphor of being like a creator and what it can do to you mentally. Like what he said, for a few hours every day there was nothing but this room. No difficult studies he didn't understand. No anxiety of an uncertain future. Right. No groups to worry about fitting in with. Which, man, that the first time I watched this video, I had to pause right there. Because that's how I felt for so long. Like, it's easy to just get lost in your own world and, like, trying to forget all of that. And, like, working on the things you're passionate about. Like, if I'm working on this, if I'm right here, nothing else exists. The real world doesn't exist. Only this, what I'm creating. It's a lot. And wow. Yeah.
うまくいかない人間関係。この部屋は
Yeah, a
彼
world
だ
all
け
to
の
your
世
own.
界だった。年が経つにつれて、少年は外の世界から逃げるためどんどん言い訳を作り、いつの間にかほとんど部屋から出てこなくなった。
It just keeps going, you know. The more time you spend in your own world, the more comfortable it becomes and the more scary everything else becomes. So you find more and more reasons to stay in that world and until you like not leave it anymore.
その部屋は唯一安心できる場所だった。外の世界はどうでもよくなり、そして少年は部屋の中で安らぎと安心の空気で物語を作り、想像のうちの世界を探検していた。だがいずれ違和感を感じるようになった。作り出した世界、人物、物語は薄っぺらいものだと感じ始めた。
There it
そ
is.
してある日は少年はよりリアルなものを求め、かつて閉じた外の世界への扉をいよいよ開き、だが何もなかった。外の世界はとっくに進んでいった。安らぎと安心を早く手に入れるため、世界の辛さや厳しさから逃げるため、
I don't want to cry.
外の世界から離れすぎてしまった。そして一人になった。自分以外に何もない。
It just keeps going, you know. It's such a hard hitting message, and it's beautiful but heartbreaking, and it works so well. It's it's legit. It's beautiful. It's actually really beautiful, and so raw and so real. And I legit I appreciate to see something like this among all of the aliens and the fantastical beings and all of the stuff that's just, you know, so out there that there is barely any reality in it anymore, which works for VTubers Because in a way, like a lot of content creators, VTubers are a way to escape the real world and just live as something you can be, IRL. So to have all of it like based on stuff that will and could never exist. There's something so raw and real. It's nice, you know? To show that there's still an actual person behind that avatar. No matter what you think you know, no matter what you think is out there, they're still human. They still have feelings. It's incredible. Man, I don't want to cry here. I don't want to cry on stream or recording a video, but man, oh.
昔捨ててしまった外の世界とつながらせてくれるもの、その機械の光を浴びた。抱えている虚無感に飲み込まれそうだった。もうどうすればいいかわからないんだ。
ああ、どうした？また病んでるの？
There we have his lot of farm.
かわいそう。自分が作った世界から逃げ出せないんだ。痛々しいオタク4コマのくだらないネタを書いて儲かって。
So besides writing VTuber lore, Meriwether also works as a comic writer. Like that's how he came to the point he is today, and he did that long before he was a VTuber. Things like Stalker, Winter Moon, they're gigantic. Wait, did I do it? Is it Stalker? Giant webtoon comics, like webcomics. Giant webcomics like Winter Moon, Clinic of Horrors, Goth Girl and the Jock. Like it's that's all it is, and that's all. That's like his day job. He created like an entire company around it. But I can imagine, like he is saying here, like just writing very simple comics for a long time without being able to really get into the writing of like bigger stuff. I can imagine that over time it can like suck the happiness and the joy out of it, or you lose what is the point of doing it, even though what you create is helping a lot of people put a roof over their head, put food on the table. It also brings so much joy, genuine joy to so many people. It's like one form of his and the other are just talking to one another because they're both part of him. The part that writes those cringy weeb comics, and then the part that wants to do more than that and wants to find happiness in writing again. And even though I'm not a writer, I can really feel that as a creator, like I've been a creator for a long time, like long before I was here on YouTube, but there's stuff you're passionate about and stuff that you just make because you make stuff. And sometimes how you feel about both of them can create conflicts, and that's so hard to deal with. Also, I forgot that I had not changed my stream title. Okay. I don't know if we're watching this like as VTuber lore. This is his story. But there is so much more into this than just... Thank you for following, Michael Gabriel. And I know this is VTuber lore, and it's meant to be like the backstory of his VTuber character. But it's so much more than that, and I quite like that. As it's more than just a story. which fits the entire theme of this anyway, because everything is more than just a story.
クスクスほっといて。ねえ、ここでずーっと病んでるより仕事に戻れば。うるさい、いい加減にしろ。
The art and the voice acting, it's incredible.
自分のことを殴るか。
Just look at that emotion in his expression.
ほら、くつろいで腕のいい絵師たちに変なネタを擬人化すればいい。そしたら。
Oh, that's also one of the that's also something that he does with his comics. He turns like browsers and game consoles into meme girls and makes comics about them. This is Internet Explorer Chan, for example.
リツイート、シェア、いいね。たくさん来るだろ。人気者になるだろ。ああ、かまってもらってる。
That face is so good.
直接脳に刺さってるようだ。ドーパミンたまんねえ。あ？そんな薄っぺらいものはもう疲れた。ふーん。ああ。おいおい。
Hello, uncle.
自分のこと天才とか思ってんのか、あんちゃん。そんなこと思ってない。おめえは人じゃねえぞ、会社やろ。おめえが作った会社やからちゃんと会社らしくしろ。いいか、あんちゃん。おめえは天才じゃねえから気取ってんじゃねえぞ。おめえは安っぽいファーストフードを作ってここまで来たんだ。 R18 の有料会員サービス、金の稼げる YouTube チャンネル、そして何度でも使える書きやすいバズる台本パターン。
This is one again touching on like there's something you have to do for like the money, for the company, because it's your job, and the stuff that you want to do. Like there is so much about the stuff that he's doing, even though he doesn't feel the fulfillment from it at this point. It's still bringing a lot to the table. Like there's so much money. Like he earns money from it. He is successful. People love it. And that's what Uncle and Fanboy Mary are trying to address to Ikemari. Like, even though you don't see the point, there is still a point. Not just for you, but for everyone. And that's such an internal struggle that I personally feel a lot. And it's, wow. This is written so well. And obviously it's written so well because, first of all, Mary can write incredibly well, but also this is just about him as well. Hi, Katie.
これで一生儲かっていけるっしょ。おめえ、書くのが飽きたなら他のやつを雇えばええやろ。楽にすぐ金稼げるんちゃうか。お前たちにどう返事すればいい？
Those facial expressions are so good.
これ全部自分が書いてるセリフだろ。
Oh, we became meta.
当たり前だ。
This became so meta.
自分しかいない。お前たちだって自分の妄想に過ぎない。目的などはない。この会話すら意味はない。ここで自分を動かすためにかっこよくスピーチでも決めるというのか。
I love this entirely. Like, he was already breaking fourth wall by addressing the viewers directly at the start of this video. But now he's like, yo, I am writing this myself. What do you want me to do? Like, write an epic speech? It's my own video, and I'm literally talking to myself. And I like the meta-ness of that. It's just, it's so good. It's Mary, I admire you for so many things, and this is just amazing, and I aspire to do something like that. And I aspire to get to this level at some point.
頑張る理由を作り出せばいいのか。私はこの部屋で一人で独り言を言っている。情けない。自分の物語を語ろうとしてこんな哀れな結果になるなんて。私は主人公でも何でもない。満足させる完結など作ったりできない。私は白い紙に写ってる黒文字に過ぎない。お前たちと何をどう語っても何も解決はしない。 分かっているのか。
あらまあ、かわいそう。オタクくんのメリーがツイッターでいじめられちゃって病んでる。病みすぎて人気者にさせてくれたことも諦めちゃいそう。
情けねえな、あんちゃん。解決なんてどうでもいいんじゃ。ぺっ、そいつより仕事があるやろが。ダダをこねるな。仕事しろ、仕事。
結局すべては無意味だ。進む道は一つしかない。
君は主人公じゃない。
ああ、昔もそうだ。これ
I like that line. You're not the main character, never was, never will be. Like as a writer, you're like permanently on the sideline. Like it's hard to write stuff about yourself. Like he addressed, like in my to write the epic speech I'm giving myself. That feels weird. Like it's too meta. It's too out there. But if you're writing stuff about others, you're also not part of it. Even though you wrote it, you're still on the sideline. And that's what these other forms are trying to make. Whatever.
からもな。
分かっている。
僕たちはクリエイター。
何？
クリエイターよ、あんちゃん。
この小さな箱の外に世界という白紙があるんだ。
ここに突っ立って気に病むんじゃ
I love the change in music so much.
外に出てみな。
外。でもそこに何も。
君、クリエイターでしょ？違うのか？
なんもねえっちゅんなら、なんか作ってやりな。
I love that so much. Like, even though the way to look at things, even though the way he was looking at things didn't quite change, the context did change. Like, yeah, you might not find what you're looking for in writing these small fast food comics, but you're a creator. You can make anything you want. The world's a blank canvas. You can just go out there and do what you want to create. Like even with those fast food comics, you can create something incredible. But you shouldn't have to feel like you're limited to just that. But you also don't have to give up one thing to do the other. It's such a... I've poured a lot of I've taken a lot of inspiration from all this because I resonated with it, but also it helped me change my mind about how I look at things. Like, hey, this might be a means to an end, but I can still make something incredible out of it. Like I can make it matter. I can make it mean something to me and others without compromising on anything I'm doing. It's incredible.
何かを作る。
なんか作ってやりな。
何かを作る。私がそんなこと。私は偽物。
Yep, the imposter syndrome is terrible.
偽物にさせてくれたのは薄っぺらいオタクの4コマ。無理だ。こんな。
もううるさいな。
Oh my god.
自分じゃん。今さら不安ぶったりしないでよ。
俺がこんなこと言ってんのは証拠やろ。おめえは気持ち悪いオタクネタよりももっといいもんが書けるってな。
でもさっきお前たちが言ってたことは金のこととかそれに人気度とかあまりにリスクが。
セクシーでアニメチックなデザインを入れればいいじゃん。それにでっかいおっぱい。絶対いいね稼げる。
Fanboy Mary is incredible. I love his energy.
金を絞り取ってやんな。
Again, like, you don't have to compromise on something you're doing. You don't have to take away the stuff that's successful to do the stuff that you want to do. There is more than one way to roam. There is more than one way to do stuff. That's incredible.
わかった。なんとか。
He literally convinced himself. Like, literally. Because those other two forms are just parts of himself. Like, he was literally... he has been talking to himself all this time. So, not only did he, like... Did Ikemari convince himself, but he convinced himself because those other forms are him. I'm sorry, but I just like... I like the meta-ness of it, okay? Let me have that.
自分を納得させた。
自分を納得させるのが一番厳しいもんだ。
僕たちがついてるぞ。だって僕たちは君の一部だもん。
There you have it.
今の自分は痛々しさ。自分が自分のためにこんな馬鹿げてるシーン。
I'm happy you wrote that scene, Mary.
でも今回だけはやってやろう。そして週末への扉が開き、目に映ったのは無限に広がる無だった。
It's so pretty. It's literally a blank canvas. It's so good.
何を書けばいいかわからない。
アニメとおっぱいなら間違いなし。
金稼げるやつやろう。あんちゃん。
It's so beautiful.
今回はちょっと違うのでいこうかな。
Just look how pretty that is. Just look at that. Wow. It's so good.
そして無の世界の神
Ink dogs.
週末へと歩き出した。
Those ink dogs are like the way he represents his audience. Like, we're the dog army. But we're specifically ink dogs. And they're so cute. They're so cute. It's such a good mascot.
手にはペンを握った。
Just look at that! Just look at the little face! I'm sorry, but that's just so... I love the ink dogs.
それ以外に何も必要なかった。
I love it. And artwork by 82. It's great. Also, the voice acting, I have to compliment that. It's so good. It's basically an anime episode. There we go. This is chapter 2. God damn it. Don't start. Don't start. Please. The best part is there's a second part. There's a part 2 to that story. And honestly, it's absolutely great. And knowing that there will be a part 3, I am looking forward so much to seeing where it will take us. But let's just watch part 2 first. Mary is building a world around him. Exactly.
昔々何もない世界の中で
Oh, his little dog form. It's so cute.
白紙の上を歩いていた。遠くへ遠くへと歩いていた。後ろには輝く街を次々と残した。ミステリーや魅力あふれる世界。不思議な魔物や恐ろしいモンスターたち。
Basically just left the...
最後まで仕上げる前に
It's basically where the other thing left off.
諦めてしまった。虚無感しか生まれなかった。全部嘘のように。
ねえ、いつまでダラダラと歩くつもり？
おめえはもう 決めたんじゃなかったのかよ。
結局無駄だ。何をしても無駄だ。
Mary's emo
世
again.
界は十分綺麗じゃん。なんでいつも諦めんの？
これらの世界には何かが欠けている。
おいおい、こんな風に終わってもらっちゃ困るぜ。
何かを作りたいからといって何でも作るのは不本意だ。ちゃんと意味がなきゃいけない。
へえ、そう。君はこれでいいのか？この真っ白の世界でいいの？ここで消え去って死んでもいいって思ってんのか？
もうたくさんだ。意味のない嘘の世界を作るのはもうたくさんだ。
ピンポンパンポン、はい、ニュースホー
I'm sorry. It sounds so funny. I know it's serious, but that's just sound funny.
作るのはもうたくさんだ。
ピンポンパンポン、はい、ニュース報告。君の物語は全部嘘。実話だって嘘も入ってるよ。
おいおい。
Poor uncle.
君は頑張ってくれるって約束したじゃん。
俺は頑張ったんだ。何度も何度も。
This is just like they already convinced him like you have to continue to try, and it seems like he's still giving up. That Ike Mary is still giving up, and Fanboy Mary is just fed up. Like, you promised that you're trying. You promised that we would not give up, and we would try it in different ways, and we would not give up. But at the end of the day, even the best stories are fake. They're made up. Even when you're writing about events that happened, it's still fake in a way. So trying to find realness into something that's inherently fake, you have to look at it differently. Like, there is realness into something that doesn't exist. And the raw emotion in this, it's so good. It's so intense. I love it.
アンチの一言ですぐ諦めちゃうんだよな、君は。この真っ白の世界の向こうで何十万人も君のことを応援してるぞ。
These are panels from actual stuff that he has written. It's so good. Just look at the right behind him. It's so good. It's so good.
それでも僕たちはここに隠れてステージの上に輝いてる連中を見てるだけ。君はさ、何しても喜んでくれないごくわずかなアンチにそんなに耳を貸したいの？
言われてることはある程度間違ってない。ネタを擬人化したり、べったりなラブコメ、クトゥルフ神話的なものすら全部ワンパターンになっている。
だからどうした？頑張って考えていつか新しいアイデアが出てくるんだ。
I'm sorry, the expressions on both of their faces, it's hitting me very hard currently. Man. Wow.
頑張って考えて同じことを繰り返すっていうの。
Yes, the same stuff over and over.
死んだ方がマシだ。俺は頑張った。失敗した。もう終わりだ。
また病んでんのかよ。
おいおい、すぐ気をやむんじゃねえぞ。
わがままなやつだな。これまで作ってきたこと、君のくだらない作者のプライドのために捨てる気か？
そうだ。そのうちいいアイデアが出てくる。その時はまた作る。でもそれまでは歩き続ける。書き続ける。指導者は俺だ。覚えておくがいい。
おいあんちゃん、おいらは一緒にやるっつったろ。力を合わせるってな。金、知名度、想像力、全部揃えねえとな。
邪魔するな親父が。
The anime glowy eye. He's not ready to be messed with. Man. Bye, uncle.
一緒に作った物語、インターネットエクスプローラー、ストーカー、ゴスガールとジョック、全部捨てるつもり？
数時間で適当に書いた安っぽい話たちだ。ファストフードのようだ。全部捨てて最初からやり直す。そうすれば傑作が現れる。 いつかきっと
Oh, this is such a good shot.
食えなくなってもいい。会社が潰れてもいい。何でもかける。俺が作家の世界に残すのがこんなくだらない話たちだけなんてごめんだ。よくもお前。何を
That's Fanboy Mary's not messing around.
あの物語が大好きだ。お前だってそう。安くて適当でもファストフードみたいなものでも僕たちのストーリーでしょ。僕は誇りに思ってる。君がそうじゃない。
The music is giving me goosebumps.
自分に嘘をついている。
それはどうかな。くだらないプライドのせいで僕は未来を台無しにさせない。地平線から太陽が昇ってきた。
It looks amazing.
美しくて豊かな世界を照らした。
Just look at that.
輝いている王国。作り上げたものは何世代の労働でも企みでも戦争でもない。一瞬で作家に作る。
Look at all the ink dogs. Look at them being so cute. The dog army. I'm sorry, there's so many doggos. There's so many of them. I love that.
作り上げられた。もう二度と足を引っ張らせない。自分自身でさえも。大勢は作家を神として王様として拝んだ。
Look at all the dog ears.
ようこそ我が市民よ。安い物語の王国へ。アートの自由がはかどる場所。僕の頭の中の美しい安いファストフード帝国で全身全霊で君たちを楽しませてやる。
This is incredible. I love this so much.
最高に楽しみだ。
Let's go, Mary. I'm so proud of you. This is both so relatable and inspiring and man, it's great story progression, but also like I'm so glad he found himself. Just look at this. Look at all the doggos. I don't remember specifically what happened that they might be referring to for this specific thing, because I know that Twitter got mad at him for something around the time of this debut. But then again, Twitter gets mad at literally anyone for no reason at all. So yeah, if it got 100,000 likes, I wouldn't be complaining either. That's such a good marketing strategy. Ikamari is back, boys.
Alira Pandora
Oh.
is the
No, fuck you. I need to turn on a light. Give me 1 second. I've got a light, and I can finally test it because I don't have enough light quite yet. I'm sorry, I do not think I was streaming for this long today. On? Oh, now I need to change my settings. Yeah, we will finish the recording in like a second, but I need to fix my lights. Conversation can. Well, I guess it's too much still. But that's not the thing I was. Oh man, what the? Yeah, that's too much. Why is it so hard? Oh my god. Yes. Okay. So that's Mariward's lore. It's part 1 and 2 out of, I don't know how long the series will gonna be, but so that's Mariward's lore. It's part 1 and 2 out of a series that I don't know how long it's gonna be, but we know that there's gonna be a part 3, and I honestly wonder what the follow-up will be. I liked the twist of like, yeah, I'm gonna try and keep doing what I'm doing and find the happiness in that, to accepting like, yo, these cheap stories, they're still good stories and I should embrace them. I also like it at the end that we saw that and also glad that at the end of I'm also glad that at the end that, Jesus Christ, my talking is dying. And I'm also glad that at the end we saw that Ikemari was not that. It was just temporarily out of the way, but they're still the same person. They're still part of one another. Ikemari was never gone. The person that wanted to write more in-depth stories was never gone. He was just out of the way for a second. So I feel like the next part is going to be about how Ikemari and Fanboy Mary are going to find a compromise between the fast food stories and the deeper stories. And I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait to see where it's going. Especially also like seeing what Mary's going to do himself, like as a creator, as a VTuber, as a writer. These lore videos tell an amazing story. And I do really appreciate them all. So that's where I'm going to leave it off for now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to Merryweather's lore. And if you have any feature lore that you want me to... I'm so sorry, that was gross. And if you have any feature lore that you want me to react to in the future, now that I am... feature? And if there's any feature lore that you want to... Talking is hard. And if there's any feature lore that you want me to react to in the future, just leave it in the comments down below. Because now that we're done with Vishojo Mythos and now waiting for the next thing, I want to move on to other lore, like Niji Sanchi, Hololive, other indies. Because there's a whole lot of good stuff out there and I want to explore them all. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Stop recording. As he's a great VTuber, I'm not a VTuber. I do plan on becoming one, but I'm not quite yet, okay? I'm just a bit sad that halfway through the recording it became so dark outside that I look very weird. But I'm glad I had a light to fix that. It doesn't look great. But to be fair, half of my videos don't look great. And I'm fixing that for, yeah. Words are hard for me right now too. I'm forgetting to add words where they should be. Yes. But I'm gonna end here. Because I do have to go. Like, my mama's picking up the food for tonight. Who shall we rate? Let's see who we can rate. Is Mary still alive? That would be Pog. I don't think he is. No, he's not. Let's see, who is live that we can rate that would actually... I need to figure out what are they doing. The fuck? Yay, great ads. I just want to see what they're doing. Big Fat Celestial, maybe? I'm looking at two people that I've not rated before in our incredible... Oh my god, what the fuck? Let's rate Penumbral. Because usually I cannot rate him because he does a lot of streaming on YouTube. But now he is streaming some games on Twitch. So, you might know Penumbral. He does the VTuber news in 60 seconds shorts. And he does a lot of tier lists. Alright, Penumbral VT. Thank you for the stream. Thank you guys for being here. It was not my greatest stream, but I'm glad that I did it because it was good practice for me. Yeah, Scottish guy. Yeah, he's a Scottish guy living in Australia, streaming in like US hours most of the time. Yay, another shorts editor. Do you know who I am? Little young niece. You don't know, like, what? I'm confused. No, I don't know who you are. I don't know. But yeah. Penumbral is streaming Hollow Knight currently. And I've not played that game. I might play it at some point. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. The shorts edited it is. Well, okay, I think. I'm just confused. Bye-bye, guys.